Hi Ashwardhan, today we are going to see your openings with white. So e4, let us start with Grand Prix, c5, knight c3. So this is the main idea of playing knight. We are delaying knight f3 so that we can play f4. Mainly four options here: d6, e6, knight c6 and a6. So let us see with d6. So after d6, f4, knight c6. So both knight c6 and d6 in one line, it will be a transpose. uh, Knight f3, g6, bishop c4, bishop g7, castle, e6. I can't play knight f6 because e5 break is always possible for white. So black tries to play e6 followed by knight e7, d3, knight g e7, queen e1. This is the whole point, is going queen side with queen h4, knight g5, and we are planning to play f5 followed by the bishop to h6. It's a very standard way to attack, and f5 also allows you to keep some target on the f7. So there are many good ways to play with this. Okay, after queen e1, the main move is castling and f5. So after f5, we have to see two options mainly. One is e into f5 and g into f5. If he captures with e into f5, queen h4, it's a very nice way to attack. The plan is to play knight g5, putting more pressure on this f7, and there is also a checkmate threat on h7. So if he plays moves like h5, bishop g5, a very nice developing move which pins all the black pieces to do something. Okay, so maybe like let us say e into f4 and f into e4, d into e4, and I can't really find a good move for black. Moves like rook e8, so knight d5 is winning, and if he captures bishop into c3, all the dark squares around the king will be a big weakness, so bishop can't be exchanged. So to stop this knight d5, we have to play bishop e6, but still knight d5, bishop into d5, e into d5 attacking the knight, and the knight on e7 is lost. So it's a very good opening with white side, and there is a huge chance of great tactics in this line. Okay, coming back, let us try with the g pawn. So if he captures with the g pawn, the same idea, queen h4, and the logical way to continue is to take another pawn and take with the pawn. Now if you see, black is a pawn up, but a very good chance of attacking on the king side is always there. So bishop g5, bishop h6, there are many other ways. So let us try to exchange pieces because black is a pawn up. So knight g6, queen h5. So here we can't exchange, and even the bishop g5 don't work. Let me show you. Bishop g5, for example, knight into h4 loses the queen, and if he takes this, he will lose a piece. So bishop g5 is not there, so we have to move the queen. Queen h5, so queen h5, let us say knight c e5, knight into e5, knight into e5, bishop e2. Looks like black is okay, maybe doing slightly better, but practical chances for white here. So moves like bishop g5, rook d1 always creates some lot of pressure on this black pawn structure, and it is very tough to handle this position with black. Okay, okay, coming back after queen e1. Okay, castle f5, g to f5, queen h4. Okay, so we are done with this. Okay, so e4 c5, knight c3, and even knight c6 is also transposed to the same position with f4, maybe d6. So this is the same position what we have played with the d6 earlier. Instead of that, you can even try with the e6 move. So that is our next variation: e4 c5, knight c3, e6. So e6 is the best way to strike the center immediately with d5. So the knight c3 Sicilian has one small problem with the white black immediate counter with the d5. So but still f4, let us say d5, knight f3, we are just waiting. Okay, if he captures this pawn, knight into, very happy. So if he pushes d4, so two variations. First I'll give a check, exchange the bishop, bishop b5 check, b d7, bishop into d7, knight into d7. The reason why I'm giving this bishop is I want to play d3, and the bishop is not so good in the f1 square. And even if I move the knight to e2, I don't want to keep the bishop on f1. So knight e2, and maybe say knight f6, d3, and we have a clear path. Now castling, and immediately I can start pushing some pawns and try to attack on the king side. So this is quite playable for white. So instead of d4, let us see the main move: knight c6, a6, and capture the pawn. Capture the pawn on e4. If he captures the pawn on e4, knight into e4, and knight c6. If he plays knight f6, just capture knight into f6, queen into f6, and g3. So this is a very good position for white, because his attack on the king side and on the pieces on the center are very good. Maybe moves like knight c6, bishop g2, bishop d6. If you just follow some moves like this, castle, d3. Okay, rook d8, knight. Maybe I can just move knight like this. This is always better for white. All pieces are active. Even black pieces are active, but with this bishop on c8, it's not so much for black. The plus equal position for white. Okay, coming back. So instead of knight f6, if he plays knight c6. Okay, so knight c6, g3, bishop e7, bishop g2, knight f6, knight into f6, bishop into f6, castle. So castle, let us say d3. So this is the same position, but different ideas. So in the previous we have the queen on f6 and the bishop is on d6. Now the bishop is on f6. Okay, so maybe this position is equal. I should say this is equal, because both have their own weakness, like bishop c1 and bishop c8. Okay, so coming back, e4 c5, knight c3 e6, f4 d5, knight f3. So instead of capturing, if he plays knight c6, bishop b5, pin that knight, knight g7, is trying to support this knight, so that after a6 we have to capture and he'll get the double bishop. um, ed5, this is important. After a6 we don't get a time to capture ed5 and play d4. Maybe he'll just push d4. So first ed5, e into d5, even queen e2 works here. Queen e2 looks so nice here. Pins, if he captures, should capture with the pawn. Or else if you want, just we can do castling also, which is equally good. Castling a6, bishop into knight into e into d5, e into d5, d4. So c into d4, forced to take it. Maybe rook e1 check, rook e1 check, or just can even capture this knight into d4. Both looks very good position for white. But the line says knight into d4, bishop c5, rook e1 check, bishop e6. Okay, so there's, if you play f5, bishop into d4 check, he is losing a piece, so it's a very small trap. So after bishop e6 we should do something with this, bishop e3, and now just black is just in time with bishop, not bishop into d4 is not required. You want to play with an isolated pawn, so castling queen d2. Idea is bring the rook to e1, or you can, if you want to give a check in the direct move, rook e1 check. This is slightly different than other position, because after bishop e7, sorry, knight into d4, castling, bishop e3, bishop, maybe bishop f6. First create some weakness, bishop h4, sorry, g3, forcing the bishop to go back, and maybe this is the idea of black. So rook e8, rook into e3. Idea is bishop into d4. So forces bishop back to the f2 square, and maybe if he plays the move like this, rook into 8, queen into e8. Okay, so rook a8, queen into d8, knight into d5 square. Okay, instead of that, maybe just move the bishop somewhere like h3. This position is equal, but instead of that I like this one, knight into d4 instead of rook into check, because opponent now plays bishop c5, e1 check, bishop e6, bishop e3. Now this forces this bishop to defend, and if we do castling, queen d2, idea rook e8, maybe whatever captures happen, it is always good for you. Maybe rook here, you can just play rook a d1. Always this d5 pawn is a bad pawn. If he plays maybe rook c4, I may just capture this one, queen into, and rook into. Okay, so position is equal, because after rook d1, rook into, knight into, maybe knight is slightly better than the bishop here, but I think black can just hold this position. Okay, so coming back after bishop b5. Okay, so One second. The only thing is we should know when to play the bishop b5, or when to play the bishop to c4, or when to play the moves like g3. So this is the only difficult task for us to learn. Now I'll show. Okay, if we knight c3, if we directly play knight c6, now we have f4. Let us say g6. The next line, bishop b5. So here we can play bishop b5, or just play knight f3 first, maybe bishop g7, bishop b5, forcing the knight to capture. I don't want to keep the bishop on f1 once I play to c4. Here even bishop c4 is a mistake because black didn't commit any of these two pawns, or even a6 pawn. The reason why is he can just take one additional move by playing e6, knight e7, and followed by d5. So here bishop c4 is a mistake. Even a6 and b5 is also create some trouble. So whenever opponent plays the move d6, then you can happily play bishop c4, or else bishop b5 is a very nice move. So let us try the best moves with black. Knight d4, a brilliant counter attack. If knight into d4 is a mistake, because opponent pawn just comes here, taking the knight away from this square, and now I have a new target on e4, knight f6. So let us say e5, or two moves, even d3. d3 loses immediately with a queen check, queen into bishop, so I can't play d3. So if I push e5, knight d5. So this is definitely a very good position for black. So instead of capturing knight into d4, we can just do castling. So let us say castling, knight into b5, knight into b5. So here the d5 pawn captures, sorry, pawn captures the d5. Queen can't take immediately because of knight c7 fork. So you should play a6, knight c3, then knight f6. So here I don't want to waste a move. Break the center, d4, knight into d5, pawn takes, knight c3, queen into d8, king into d8, pawn into, bishop into c3. Maybe rook b1. No, this looks like equal, but maybe slight edge for can't say. It's a very much unclear position, because once if I exchange the bishop, I have some squares on e5, but I don't really think that the lines will be extended to so long. So if you want to play with a slight edge, even the moves like d3 is also possible here, or even knight e5. So here we are not going to exchange the queen and play normal variations like knight into d5, bishop d2, followed by I have a queen e2, rook a e1, and maybe something we can progress, like even at one point maybe you can take, or you can just jump on the e4 square followed by the king's head attack. Okay, so good opening. We don't at least end in a bad position. So after knight into b5, so instead of d5, maybe black can try something like d6, which is equally good. Knight f6, yeah, or not, queen e1. So our standard move. So let us just attack the knight, knight c3, maybe castle, f5, just take queen h4. Okay, so this is a very good position. So take knight g5. I don't know, maybe rook f6 is a big threat. Queen h7 is a mate. If he plays h6, oh sorry, h6, knight g into e4, and knight into e4, d into e4. This looks clearly better for white. I don't know, because maybe bishop h6 is falling, rook is coming, knight d5 is a big ball. Okay, let us say e6, queen h5. No, there is no more queen exchange. King here, just play bishop e3. I have so many attacks here. Rook d1. White is clearly better here. Okay, so coming back, so after f5, so we should not forget this f5 break mainly. Uh, if you don't capture and play something like bd7, let us assume that fg6, fg6, hg6, queen h4. Idea is knight g5, rook f6, queen h7. It's a very clear threat. So if he captures with the f pawn, even still queen h4, let us say b5, bishop h6, knight g5, no, maybe b4, knight d5, just in time to play some tactical chess. Knight into f6 followed by knight g5, bg7, queen h7. So knight into here, pawn into. Now your rook comes in time, attacking the e7, and white is still better in this position. Okay, so for knight d4, you can just leave the bishop and just castle here, and we can just continue the game. Okay, so when we will play bishop c4, we'll just see if we are not committing the pawns anyway, like e6, d6 and a6 pawn. At that point we can play bishop e5, but if he plays d6, then we can play bishop c4. If he plays e6, the idea is d5, then maybe you can just play bishop b5 and capture the knight. And there is one more variation, one tricky variation with a6. Very few players will play this. So this has a very good idea. I'm not allowing anything like bishop c4 or bishop b5. So here we just wait for one more, maybe e6 if he plays. Then now you're forced. Okay, knight f3, let us say queen c7, or even d5, or even knight c6, anything. Now whatever, I'm not getting the b5 square, anything. So bishop b5 is completely ruled out. Bishop c4 is not there. So I don't know where to keep the bishop. So this is a tough time to see, and this is a best move here. So now you are going to play bishop to g2. It's like French advanced variation, but without d4. Okay, let us say d5, e5. Okay, even you can just play bg2, just keep an active development. d4 is not a good option according to me, but that's a main line. Knight e2, because once d4 is committed, he is going to fix the center, and even the moves like d3 can't be played, because c into d3, queen into d3, I'll just do castling. You can't take this pawn. If he captures this pawn, knight e5, and game loss. Knight c6 and bishop into c6, is going to lose an exchange, so losing a rook. So d3 is not possible, but once if I get d3, okay, let us assume that black might play it more like bishop e7, very passive. Very passive. Okay, so p5 is also not looking good. Okay, let us say knight h6. This looks little normal because we have some squares. We can push f5, d3, castle. Okay, bishop e7. I'll just do castle. If you see this position, for immediately will have some idea that, oh my god, what is white doing? But I'll just turn the board for you. 1 second. Yeah. Now, if you see this position clearly, the practical chance for white is so high. Maybe the pawns will just roll like h6, g4, g5, f5, f6. It's a huge advantage. But if you compare with black's position, black hardly can try anything on the queen side. So I definitely give this position as a clear advantage for white. White plan is so clear, that's why I'm giving clear advantage. If you just maybe look at the computer analysis or something like that, it will be saying equal, won't be showing any advantage. Okay, let us go back. Okay, so we saw actually knight c6 1, bishop b5, when to play bishop b5, when to play bishop c4, and in this a6 line we have to play g3, bg2, castle, and something like d3, followed by, if he plays b5, b4, just move the knight towards king side, and if he pushes, if he not captures this e4, we don't need to worry anything. If he pushes d4, knight d2, or if he puts more pressure on this, okay, let us see that one. Okay, so for example, I played knight here, d5. Okay, here he's not playing anything else. d5. Okay, let us say g3. Now knight f6. Let us say knight f6. e5. So after e5, knight f d7, bg2. So here d4 is not at all possible because my knight sits on the e4 square, followed by a clear kingside attacking plan on the king. If he plays b5, I'll just castle. Okay, maybe d4 is possible, but I'll just do castle. Knight c6. Now I'm still can play d4, or if you want, just you can even play moves like knight e2. Yeah, anything is good for white here. Okay, let us say d4, cd4. I don't want to take it because bishop c5 pin, it's troubling. So knight to e2. This is a very good way to block it. Why? Because we have even c3 to defend the knight on d4. And yeah, it looks like clear. So let us stop the c3, b4, knight f d4, knight d4, knight d4, bishop c5. Maybe just move the king or play bishop e3. Queen b6. Maybe c3 or c4. c4 looks good. Just open all the files. Sorry. Rook to b1, rook to c1, bishop diagonal. This should be good for white. Okay. So I hope you got this how to play. And yeah, I know I was just doing in flash. If I miss some moves, I'm definitely going to cover up in the class. Okay, just let me think if I'm missing anything else in here. So e6, d6, knight c6, a6. Okay. Hmm. Okay, yes, that's it. This is your preparation with white. E4, c5, knight c3, and f4. The Grand Prix. Okay, hope you like the video, and make sure you have some doubts and ask during the class. Okay, thank you. Bye.